In the shadows of forgotten knowledge, eternal laws operate in all aspects of your life, from great accomplishments to the foundation of fundamental principles is the form of finance. But why is this law hidden? Because they're extremely powerful, to the point where even a small misunderstanding can destroy the whole structure of reality. We're in the fear of powerful forces, that if this knowledge were revealed, every foundation of the power they build will collapse. These questions still hang in the dark, as the mysterious nature itself belongs to Kibon special, not just. Approaching these principles, the theory of thorough thought has been refined and converts them into appendix practice, not only to understand but also to understand. Seek to change your life. If you ever yearn for freedom of prosperity or happiness, this is the opportunity to catch the key. The key to all things is the law of the secret mind of prosperity. Prosperity and riches are the idea of selfishness, where each composition begins like an artist standing in front of an empty canvas, where all the work is fully represented in the imagination. The first neck touching the universe before the tongue network also moved. Such actions, from huge galaxies to the smallest grain of sand, are all the results of the universe and your mind. As an integral part of the universe, the synagogue also carries the power of the ant. That algae is not your thought. Every great achievement, if you yearn for riches, prosperity, or power, remember that everything starts with the mind. The idea. But why this rule is so rare? Is it known because it's too difficult to understand, or deeper reasons? You don't want the highest power of society to realize that you're in control. Control their reality. They create their own patterns of fear thinking. You believe that everything in life is determined by fate or by chance, external circumstances. In fact, when you master it, you not only achieve well-being but also freedom from control. Their control is why the mind is often hidden. Is the key to discovering unlimited potential. Each thought in you is frequently caterpillars shape the reality you live in. Positive thoughts, such as light, helps the body meet negative thinking against each challenge. As darkness covers, open your eyes and make yourself fall in love with stock pooling. Try to look at successful people, rich businessmen. They don't let them dominate with fear or doubt. They believe in the team's strength towards the great goal of the workforce, and that's what creates the environment. Inspiring and effective. Vice versa, if you allow your mind to be busy with anxiety and see chaos and doubts, failure is inevitable in a weak personal life. This law is not another thing when you believe in love, your patience and openness, the heart to create a stable relationship. But when you're drowned in doubt or selfish connections will gradually break down. Thoughts don't just shape the world within you, but it also generates energy to have a strong impact on what happened around the artery. If you want to change your financial reality, do not look for opportunities alone. Start changing your way outside how a person views money. Tools to create a source of energy that circulate. Creativity will easily attract wealth. Yes, but if you think of money as something rare and hard to achieve, you'll create a self-imposed obstacle. Practice creative imagination of the prosperity you want to experience, the joy of achieving it, and believing that you deserve it. Understand the power of the mind is just one step beyond. Mastering it is an endless journey. Relax instead of leaving negative thoughts and replacing them with positive confirmations. Books, environment and people to move you forward. To remember that you're not a victim of everything that happens is a reflection. Illuminate your mind when you encounter difficulties, asking yourself how I thought about creating this as one selection, and that choice shapes the outcome of the patient's law of mind to act without independent and harmonious with others. Another law of thought energizes it is the law of the outside world's caterpillars that reflects the inner world. Is the law of compliance, and energy will return the results through the results. No individual, but the center of the cosmic network, where all thoughts have the power to shape everything. The reality begins today. Let's set more goals, dream, and act in the faith that you are the mysterious law of reflection that molds your own destiny. The appropriate rule is applied. Yael reveals the true nature of the universe and how it connects to you. The galaxy is extensive until cells in the body obey the general rule at the top, as below. Not only the philosophical maxim but also the key to deciphering the universe as a mirror that reflects infinity. Each event in each detail, however small, has meaning. A special meaning reflects the inner state. Your mind is not the outside world by chance, but perfect correspondence with emotional thought and energy. The emitter of the human body is considered to be a painting universe in knowledge. And the spirits all prove it. A spiral galaxy in the sky with a similar structure to the structure of DNA and the similarities of your body, not only in form but also in form. The principle of balance and harmony is the condition of peace in mind. This spiritual connection is displayed. Chakras are energy centers, connected to planetary stars and cosmic energy. When chakra is in motion, balancing your health as well as your mental spirit, like a star outside the orbit, can shake the entire galaxy. Every day is your most vivid evidence of the corresponding rule. When you feel peace in the world seems to be harmonious and delicate, but if your mind is full of stress and chaos, you will see the contradictions. This doesn't mean you control everything happens everywhere, but you're totally capable of changing your feelings and reactions. The outside world is like the honesty of the mirror, reflects only your inner self without adding. This is not because of the law of correspondence, a distant theory, but a powerful tool. You master reality when you're confronted with it. Ask yourself, what is reflected in me? If seeing chaos can be a sign, shows that you're unbalanced inside. If you find peace, it's a sign the positive energy influence you've raised. Mentoring reality must begin with the world beyond you. Basically, I've been aware of this reflection. Civilizations have existed for thousands of years. From ancient Egypt to China, everyone has been made aware of every magical connection between the worlds. Macroscopic and microscopic. Heraclitus once said you couldn't go down the same line into the river twice because both you and the river change is permanent. Like flow of that river, life changes all the time and always reflects your true nature. Understanding the law of correspondence is the first step. Change your life when you realize that the outside world is just a reflect from within, and you will see that reality control actually lies in my hands. Every thought, every action, positive actions that patients can take regardless of how small, waves are spreading in the universe, which will return to you in a way that you deserve. Is to live with the knowledge that everything is compatible and connected. You won't have yet feel lonely. You're one. The indispensable part of the macro network is the universe, where all thoughts and feelings are both meaningful, is not the question. You can change the world, but you'll change yourself in this way. How to create a better reality of the law of caterpillars in accordance with frequency. Living the law of caterpillars gradually doors to the deep perception of nature in all corners of life in the universe. There's nothing for the little atoms of the brightest stars to stand up to all the motionless movements. Everyone caterpillars. This law not just explains how the physical world works in practice, but it also helps you understand that mind, your own emotions and energy are part of a great symphony in every caterpillar in the universe, and clear frequency shapes everything. See the presence and interaction of light, see the sound or strength you hear, and you all strive for wavelengths. Move when you're full of passion and desire, or strong will. You're caterpillaring at high frequency motion like a flame. Bright light captures and activates objects. Similarity in opposite universes. When you are immersed in the anxiety or fear of doubt, fear that your frequency becomes an obstacle to exciting and heavy freshness and contains restrictions on the law of caterpillars. Not only is it the basis for abstract experiences on concepts, your daily experience is melody. Your favorite can be instantly active in teaching the excitement that makes every spirit and contribute to the air of positive energy. A relaxed and harmonious area can help intelligence. Your focused mind creates negativity. These things aren't by chance. The resonance between the frequencies of caterpillaring and your surroundings. When you master the frequency of your own caterpillar, not only do you control your emotions, but it's in the hands of a secret key to the emotional universe of your thoughts. The invitation to human possibilities and experiences transmitted by such signals. But this is not a game. Playing luck. Universe responds correctly if you maintain a clear and powerful frequency. The doors open where you've never thought about the magic hidden in them. In a caterpillar that you didn't mention. Lanty to shape your own life, but also the door to open riches, to prosper and unexpected opportunities. Such as the universe responds to each thought and the most visceral feelings you have, yet this resonance also has negative. If you are constantly immersed in negative thinking, you will create a negative energy cycle. Situations and people cater together to move low frequency, so to change the reality, you first have to change your thinking. I feel and think about starting with small but powerful habits, Say thank you for your actions. Take a few minutes each day to relax and take a deep breath or find the seemingly simple things in nature. This will increase the frequency of energy you emit. Positive rockets all aspects of life. The chart doesn't mention the form of an account not only for you but also a silent wave of influence around your surroundings. Just a look, a word, encouraging a small action in a timely manner can illuminate someone in a way you don't expect. You just don't live in this world is also an energy knife knot where every thought, every sense you create. The whole energy system doesn't enforce the law of caterpillars in the universe. Individual actions are intertwined with the law of mind about compliance and law. The cause and consequences of emissions do not indicate the shape of the document in ways worthy of the option. You're not just an individual, but part of a great symphony is the contrast between light and darkness in that symphony. The key to a deeper understanding between high and low, yin and yang, is that balance is where the law of hunger operates. Poison emerges a rule that philosophy is very similar to that of lead law to balance and surpass force. The secret to balancing the law of poison in life is not just the existence of two opposites, but also one, close relationships between them. Light with perfectly inseparable light is not visible without shadow. Darkness and darkness have no point in appreciating happiness without light. Only when we have tasted suffering and success is truly valuable only when it is celebrated. Building from all the failures, this opposition not only flows but also fills and transforms each other to create. So the endless rope of life is actually hunger everywhere. Warm and cold too everywhere are not separate subjects that are just poles. To love contrasts on the same scale of love and to hate joy and sadness. They are similarly different only by intensity. Your view and perspective. This proves that nothing is totally good or bad. Everything depends on how we see things deeply in this law's most important ability to anti-inflammatory metabolism. Great failures can be the stepping stones that lead you to success. Pain from it can become a source of inspiration to inspire you to create great things. As Heraclitus said, the way up, down the same road says. This emphasizes that opposite passwords are only two extremes of the same nature, always moving and changing in one way. You face them to imagine life like a flowing river. Water can change direction and speed, or even blocked. But nature doesn't change the river, and life always fluctuates between trials. Understanding this between challenges and opportunities, between failure and success, can help you realize that there is always an opportunity in any situation. For you, the opportunity to transform tragedy into strength and balance in every way is how life is applied to the rule. In everyday life, let's start accepting the probability. In case of difficulties, ask what this teaches me. I can use it to grow. Instead of resisting or complaining, use randomness to balance and learn together. It's time to focus on emotional settings. Don't try to completely eliminate the negative, but learn how to turn them into positive. Momentum in these regular relationships helps you to get a deeper picture of the differences in people's conflicts. Not a division, but an opportunity to build an understanding by acknowledging that the other person has his own units. Conversely, but you can create so much harmony in all relationships. Life is a journey. Stop reconciling contrasts and contrasts when you realize that there is no abyss. No depth is eternal and no peak. You will never learn to accept and transform internal conflicts, and the political couple on the public side have opened the door to growth creatively and harmoniously, and you will also find light from that balance. Light devours rhythm's law and deep darkness as a secret act from rhythmic cycles to the indispensable side of the road. The universe operates where everything caterpillars between rhythm blocks. It's not just the cyclical movement of nature, is also an eternal rule that governs everything. The aspects of life, from personal to global universe, are not random. When day and night always follow each other or the seasons change all the time. Both are clearly evidence of that rhythm is the basis for balance and change. Look at yourself still following the heart rhythm cycle. Breathing up and down and emotional cycles change over time, but not just stop at the level of biological rhythms. There are career relationships in all aspects of life, and all of the great goals this law gives. See that success is not eternal, and failure is not permanent. Every peak you conquer in moments of silence where you have the opportunity to look back and reinvent. Power is not just the size of rhythmic regularity, just rotating, but also a big card lesson to prepare for all. The fall is only the beginning and the beginning of the recovery. Each difficult time has the potential for a strong rebirth. This is especially important when you're faced with. Consider them a rich end, but see them like the necessary cleansing of the forest. You're going to take the next step in creating this to create an interesting aspect of the law. Get positive results when you get your rhythm and learn how to take advantage of the moment instead of fighting it. Return to the difficult times. You learn to adapt to tragedy. For example, in opportunities to force yourself. Take advantage of relaxed times and think for thoughts and plan for the future. The rhythm act says it takes ups and downs of the universe to maintain. Everything is like peanuts, never stopping at a point. Your life also always hesitates to find stability and change continuously. But are you ready to walk in the stream, or are you ready to walk? You oppose it. The next part will take you to the rules. The law of cause and consequence in every small action. Children are the cause of all, and the great result of the law of reason and consequence. The creative legislature of life beyond causes and the consequences is one of the great laws. Most of the universe where every action and mind, thoughts and feelings are all sent passwords. In the flow of reality, what you don't get today, random, but as a result, you have already created this rule with no uncertain promise of reward or punishment. The key allows you to do the master of your destiny. You are not a passive observer, you are the architects building up the future. Imagine life as a labyrinth, where every step you take has opened up a new road or blocked an existing one. Russia has a different view of the positive, a courageous decision or act of suicide. All are the bricks that build a person, but like a labyrinth, if you choose to follow negative emotions or selfish actions that you can do yourself. Lost in the seventh block. Looking back on the story, you'll see this rule work harder. Ever rely solely on luck, but seeds sowed a stubborn vision and the ability to learn from failure. Great leaders form trust and respect. The importance of listening sincerely from the smallest actions. Keeping promises, and even in hills, a kind word or a nice look can also create unpredictable changes. The law of karma and gifts in the lives of others is not restricted action, but it also deepens in nature. Think of each thought as a wave. Bright energy attracts love situations and people who fit in with abilities. That money. When you think about success and thrive, you don't just change your thinking, but also adapt the way the universe responds to you. Conversely, if you're immersed in suspicion or fear, you create your own obstacles, isolating yourself from good opportunities. But most importantly, this law provides its opportunity. Return if you're not satisfied with the present. What you're sowing is not imprisoned for past mistakes. You have the right to start. Sow new seeds from today's sowing of kindness, gratitude and spirituality questions and find life. Remember that this rule not only reminds you that every action has consequences, but also inspires that you are the master of your destiny. Don't wait for change from the world. Made that change, and now that it happened, you realize that every seed you sow leads to continue to achieve satisfactory results with the last of the 7 rules. The law of genetic origin is creativity and gender balance. Not just principal male and female energy, but also the secret that transformational creation and its existence hidden in everything. A combination of non-separate or contrasting but delicate dancing between 2 sources of energy, creating a complete reality. B has time to think about what really motivates creation. To make the idea a reality is the harmony of action, guiding power and comprehensive complexity. Look at male and female energy. The explosions of supernova surrounding us, where male energy fills everything in existence. On the road to smoothing chaos stars into a world where femininity brings order and harmony proves everything. The presence of these 2 energies in your life, they're present through every choice you make. Guide yourself to a major goal is to make decisions and act without male energy. To hesitate, but to maintain stability and create deep connections with them. People around them need female energy. The ability to empathize, be patient, and adapt to the flow. However, the imbalance between the 2. This energy source can lead to too many serious problems. Makes you harsh and independent. To control everything from the attempt to control predictions and exhaustion at all times. Whereas it is certainly feminine, you can fall into delay. Confused and easily obsessed with creativity. Indeed, even in artistic work or relationships all come up with the balance between these 2 sources of energy, a harmony you can learn. To imagine that you are the man, you need the strength to hold on to your ocean ship. A storm means male energy, But you too need a dramatic leap to feel the direction of the wind and currents mean energy. Female, so that in life this is the same. When they face challenges, ask yourself if you're trying to move forward, above, and forget to regulate direction, or you're too busy listening and waiting. Wait and forget that you need action to change. Changing the rules of gender in life does not require you to change entirely through information and control. Regulate when you feel you're losing weight by taking time out with myself for a short meditation session, walking in the arms of nature, or just writing your thoughts. I can help you open your potential to create a small goal and take immediate measures to restore weight. Gender law also teaches us an important lesson. Without creation, what comes from the division that always begins from a union? When you're balanced with male and female energy, you live alone, not only in harmony, becoming a source of inspiration and creativity. And this brings us to the next big picture of how laws work as a system. To fully adapt, travel through the universe, not only to ponder principles but to act on self-discovery and presentation. You're not just a little sandbag in the middle of the vast desert of the universe. Is the heart of a big energy network. Is great in every action. Every touch of your mind and feeling makes a lasting impression. Each rule has gradually passed you from corners to the darkness and light of life. Help you realize that the universe is not reality, remote, but part of Huyen. By empowering patients to write their stories. The law of compliance from my life helps you see the world as a mirror reflecting the mind. Vibration law teaches that you have the ability to change the frequency of energy collection, involving the law of prosperity and happiness. The team spirit reminds us that the scenery always has seeds of growth in the game. The rhythmic law states that movement is the essence and path of life. Harmony determines harmony, that the law of cause and consequence affirms that you are the one who sows your destiny. Open the law of yourself, and finally the law of the world, to create an infinite balance between light and the power of light. Action and compassion. This is only the beginning of your great journey. The laws of the universe are not just theories, but it's a powerful tool that you control. You just got the key to change the reality, not with great things, but a small change determines one positive idea every day to decide an extremely meaningful act, the right decision. Remember that the universe is always the same with you, ready to reflect the energy you create as the source. The sentence of change is the writer's own story. If what you're just learning really brings value, approve of your whole heart and follow the wave, and turn on the notifications call so you don't miss any of the next content. Forgot to share the video with your loved ones and leave a comment to let us know. Let us discuss together and wish peace, safe and energy.